welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quivz here. Quivz does stuff. Going to be doing a new one today. Well, you probably didn't, because nobody does. But if you had watched my Cyberpunk live stream recently, I'd mentioned that I was getting a bit of burnout from all the things I've been playing recently. I just have this weird attention span where I can only really play anything for like 2 weeks, and then I'm like, no, I got to play something else. Which is one of the main reasons why I never finish anything. So I thought we'd have a look at Grounded. It is a good game. It's getting pretty good reviews. Pretty solid little survival title. Great for kids. Good accessibility features, especially regarding things like arachnophobia. Nice little addition that most other people wouldn't have bothered with. Game's still in early access. They're constantly adding stuff. It is an Xbox Game Studios game, so I guess Microsoft. I don't know whether this means it actually comes under Microsoft or whether Xbox Game Studios. I mean, there must be a separate thing, otherwise why have that in the title and not Microsoft? I don't think I saw Microsoft mentioned once. Anyway, pretty good little survival game. You'll see a lot of people playing it online at the moment. It can be difficult in single player, which is where I will be playing it because I can't be bothered logging into Xbox Live and trying to find randos to play with. Nobody else in my family is playing this at the moment. Nobody else in my friends list. None of my friends are playing it. I do have a friend I could maybe convince to play it, but we'll see. He might not really be into it. He doesn't like cartoony graphics. Like, he's never seen an animated movie since the Transformers movie back in the 80s. Yeah, he's that kind of person. He just won't watch anything that's animated. Any movie that's got too much CG in it, he won't watch. He wouldn't watch Sonic the Hedgehog because it's too much CG. He doesn't like most of the new Marvel movies because they've got too much CG. Which is really funny because he likes Deadpool, but, you know, Deadpool's all CG. Anyway, doesn't even matter. Today we're playing Grounded. Simple concept. You are shrunk to be tiny, small as an ant, and you have to survive in a backyard. The premise of this to people my age, in their late 30s, early 40s, might sound really familiar. Yes, it is the spiritual game for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, if you ask me. Rick Moranis. We haven't seen Rick Moranis since, I believe, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, because I think that came after Ghostbusters 2. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 2? Or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Again, or whatever the hell the second one was called. Not sure. Anyway, those are the two that, if you ask me, Rick Moranis is most famous for. There might be something else, but the main ones that I remember him for are Ghostbusters and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then he kind of disappeared, and I didn't know what it was for a long time, but his wife died, and he decided to stop being a famous Hollywood actor and take care of his kids. But now his kids are all grown up, and apparently he's going to come back, which I think is awesome, because, I don't know, like, he was a good actor. Yes, he was typecast the other way around, but yeah, it'll be good to see Rick Moranis again. Anyway, so, new game. I have played a bit of this before. I like Max.
Hey, nice to meet you. The name's Max.
And we're going to go with easy.
Maxwell Small.
Because I'm all alone and... yeah, the game's hard enough as it is. If you really like a challenge, go just medium. Medium's a freaking amazing challenge. And then it goes even worse. To whoa. But yeah, I wouldn't go whoa. So yeah, so there's not heaps of stuff in the game. Like, there's no cutscenes or anything. I assume there's going to be. This is as close as it gets to a cutscene. It lets you skip the first bit of black screen. So yeah, so we were clearly put here somehow.
Where am I? Are those roots? Nah.
And yeah, the characters talk to themselves to give you a little bit of...
Oh, this must be one of those prank TV shows.
what is that called? Environmental storytelling?
Extremely elaborate,
It's not really
realistic
proper
prank show.
environmental storytelling, but it is good. Right, anyway, yeah, so pretty simple survival game. You walk around, you collect ingredients, you craft. It has mostly intuitive systems. There are a few things that are a bit different and out of the ordinary that you probably aren't expecting.
Max, buddy, starting to think this might not be a prank. Still gonna be famous, though. Gonna need an agent, a publicist, a sports car.
But it is all pretty simple. I will try not to talk over Max because some of these are quite amusing. Alright, so there's these research stations. This is how you sort of improve your list of crafting recipes.
Well, someone had to have set up all this sciencey stuff here. But still,
So
I'm
you
not
analyze
exactly
ingredients
sure
and
where
it
this
gives
is
you
going.
it gives you
What is
science,
going on?
which you spend
I
on
should be
things.
looking
I forget
around.
what. And it also gives you new recipes for things. Some recipes you discover just by picking up the ingredients. Some recipes you need to do the analysis. The analysis doesn't cost you the ingredient. And then C will bring up my crafting menu. So yeah, there's a few different things. You got your inventory. You do have a main hand, offhand. You get a glider for jumping from heights. Head, upper body, and lower body. Armor sets have passive bonuses if you put a full set together normally. Classic hot bars. You got a status screen. You can unlock these mutations that make the game a little bit easier. They are normally kind of achievement based. So when you achieve certain things, you'll unlock a mutation and then you can use that mutation. Crafting menus broken up into different kinds of bits and pieces that you need. I'll deal with that more. The map is quite extensive already. It's not a small... I mean, it is small. It's not massive at the moment. And it is just one backyard. But it's also very good. And they keep adding bits. So this used to basically be all of it. The bit that's currently highlighted. And then they added the koi pond. So now the pond is actually an explorable area underwater as well. And they keep adding more and more. So yeah, it's a very quickly developing game. Not slowly at all. Standard sort of quest menu. Relatively easy to navigate. I haven't really needed to navigate it. It's pretty rare that you actually need to go in here because the on-screen UI is also pretty good and easy to use. This is your key items, and there is a tutorials thing to teach you all the different bits and pieces if you need them. I think those might be turned off because I've played the game before, so it probably won't give me all the tutorials. I'm not sure. The scab is basically the thing that does your user interface. It's like a wristwatch, a Fitbit, or something similar. And yeah, this is the Scab OS. You can change some things like what it looks like and what it looks like, and that you can change what it looks like during the day and what it looks like at night, which is pretty cool. Explains all the different buffs and debuffs that you will see, and explains how it all works. So pretty good, pretty solid effort on the user interface. It's very simple. Why is that ticked? Is that because that's the only one I can make? Alright, well, let's make a pebblet spear because I do need a spear. Craft that. I should have done craft and equip, but oh well. Can equip it thusly. Let's move the pebble off the bar because we don't really need pebbles on our hot bar. How do I take pebbles off the hot bar? Like... Dagnabbit. Unassigned slot X. 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 Okay, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Right, make a pebblet axe. I need more sprigs and I need to make rope. So you can click on the ingredient if it's a craftable ingredient, and you can hot craft the ingredient, which means, alright, I'm trying to craft this axe, but I know I need rope. So I can hot craft the ingredient to craft the rope. Still can't craft the axe though. I did somehow learn to make this new spiky sprig thing as well. I also need to make a hammer. So I am going to need more rope than that, so I'll make a second rope. We'll worry about the spiky sprig a bit later. So different weapons do different things. So you can see the spear has very, very low chance to stun. Reasonable damage and is really fast. Whereas this, better damage, better stun, but much slower. So it is up to you which one you use, but you do need to find thistle needles. Basic health stuff. Pardon me, I am drinking a McDonald's Coke, which is extra fizzy for some reason today. Yeah, and building a house and stuff is a thing you can do. It comes a bit later. I don't appear to have any building things at the moment. I don't know why. It might. I know it pops up. I know you can build a house. Apparently I just can't build one now. Right, so I need to find more sprigs. I also kind of know where I'm going because this is the starting area and it's yeah relatively obvious and stuff.
Is that net drunk or something? It's coming right at me. Get out of my airspace.
They will try and kill you. Well, not try and kill you. They will hit you once or twice and then fly away. They're not trying to kill you. They're just trying to hurt you once or twice.
Hey, buddy. Clogs now.
So that's a weevil. And they are also worth killing and picking up. Why not? It's good food. But they are the favorite food of ants. So you'll see ants around the place, and the ants will go bananas when they see a weevil because they want it. They want it really badly. So yeah, in the bottom left you will see the scab. Food indicator, water indicator, relatively obviously labelled. That is a mite. Some sort of mite, I forget what it's called. A mite. That's alright, we'll kill that as well. And the gnat. Why not?
Wow, what is that?
Yeah, so this is where I normally set up. Got him. And yeah, this is pretty kid-friendly. Like, that is the closest thing you get to blood. That's not really blood. But that's as close as it gets. Aphid honeydew, awesome. You don't normally get that so early. This is the first thing you have to do for the first quest, is investigate this. You can push that. And you see one of the lasers is messed up.
Nothing happened.
And that laser is being blocked by the grass.
After all that build-up, this big mysterious computer doesn't do anything.
Oh, cool. If he's stuck up here, I might be able to... Oh, no, he fell. Got away. Okay. Was that a dewdrop that I just saw? No, it wasn't. Damn. Getting water in the early game can be harder than you would expect, but it's not impossible. It's just harder than you would expect. Mushrooms are a good food source this early in the game. You will get the occasional ant here, but it's mostly pretty safe, so this is where I tend to build my first base, right here. So we'll start looking at some of the simpler things that one needs to craft. Like a pebblet hammer I'm eventually going to need, but a pebblet axe is really going to be the super important one, so we'll craft and equip that, then we'll craft and equip the hammer. The bow we can skip for now, because until I get access to thistles, which aren't that far away, and more mite fuzz, which is also pretty easy to get, it's going to be a while, so yeah, so now there's art. You can make a stuffed weasel, you can make a stuffed gnat. It's pretty cool. Roasting spit, relatively important thing. I might try and get that. So we need some dry grass chunks and a couple more pebblets, which are just smaller versions of pebbles, really. Okay, now it's equipped it, but it hasn't put it on my hotbar. I'd rather have those on my hotbar, thank you very much. I'd rather have my weapon at 1 because that's where I like it. Let's put the axe at 2. Oh, the hammer at 2. Let's put the axe at 2. Let's put the hammer at 3. There are a couple more tools. There are several more tools, but I don't know what they are. Can't remember what everything is. Scroll does nothing. That is weird, and I don't know why, but scroll does nothing. Would have thought scroll would have scrolled between your items, but it doesn't. Alright, so I'm looking for dry grass, so this is dry grass. So you can just keep mashing the button, and that works, but I find that holding it down and letting go is more efficient from an energy perspective. You do have a stamina bar, that is the left of the two bars. The blue one, and then the rightmost one, the red one, that is your health bar. Yes, and like I said, inside that are the water and food indicators. Right, now you can drink the nasty puddles of water, but they poison you. The other thing you can do is if you keep looking up, every now and again you'll find on the underside of a grass leaf, you'll find a drop of dew, and you can use that. You can knock that down with a thrown spear or a thrown pebble, and get yourself a nice little bit of fresh water, clean water. Much more preferable. Right. Now, somewhere to make meals. It could fit under there. I didn't know it could fit under there. I'm going to put it under there. It's a cool spot. Right, so you place the blueprint, and then you add the pieces. If you have all the pieces, it's of course instantaneous. You don't need anything to light it. It just lights automatically. You can cook 3 things at once on the spit. You can't overcook them. I think there's a pinging noise when they're done. Right, trail marker. It's nice to have one of those. Spring fence. I don't need that yet. Tools. Why don't I know how to make a house yet? Possibly need to research some more things. So, let's knock down one piece of regular grass as well. Because that will give you something different. Grass planks. You can further break down grass planks into plant fiber, but plant fiber you can get anyway, so it's not worth it. You can carry 5 planks at a time. I'm not going to carry all 5 right now. I'm going to stack a couple here, but then I'm going to take one of them back to the research area so that I can research it. There were actually several other things I could have grabbed as well while I was doing that, but oh well, I didn't. Now, make sure I'm going the right way. One can use one's map. It's that way, so it's this way? Yeah, there it is. So pebbles you don't need that many of. It's not worth keeping a ton of them in your inventory, but the plant fiber, I recommend picking up as much of that as you can as you walk around, because you will go through tons of that stuff. Right, now you see I'm carrying this on my shoulder. You can only carry one type of thing on your shoulder, I think. I might be wrong. You might actually be able to carry a mixed load on your shoulder. But anyway, things that you are hauling, i.e. stuff carrying on your shoulder, can also be analyzed. So that's worth doing, because they will also unlock recipes. It does that raw science thingy, which can get somewhat annoying, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Now let's analyze the dry grass chunk. I'm trying to find the basic shelter, because the basic shelter is what I really need. I'll analyze the gnat fuzz, because, you know, why can't I do base building? No, that's actual bases. I don't want actual bases. What I need is... yeah. There's normally a save point, which is your respawn point. Because at the moment if I die, I respawn, pardon me, where I started. Which is, okay, you know, not a big deal. It's pretty easy to walk back over here and everything, but... is it because I haven't researched a rope yet? Could be that. Alright, well now I need to wait for this to develop more science. So what we'll do is we'll go back to our base, put this piece of grass down now that I no longer need it. We'll cut a few other things like clover, because clover is also an important building material. Build a lot of things with clover. So clover's pretty easy, and you get 3 every time. I've never seen a 4-leaf clover, although that would be a nice little thing in the game. Lean-to. I learned how to make it without researching. Good. Yes, so the lean-to is the little first respawn point and save point, and is kind of important, so I suggest making one of those as soon as you can. There it is. I can make one. We can construct it. The scroll wheel does rotate the blueprint, so it does that. And there we go. So set my respawn point. Grab the food off this. Might as well have a bite to eat. Let's eat the weevil. Oh. Don't you know one should always eat the lesser of 2 weevils?
Just like a fruit pounder.
Yeah, I don't know what a fruit pounder is, but it sounds like a terrible idea anyway.
Tastes good.
Yeah, so it gives you a little bit of water. Ooh, that's the bird. I don't know whether the bird can kill you. It's a recent addition, the bird. I haven't had a close encounter with the bird. I've only had these rather distant ranged encounters with the bird so far, where I've seen it and gone, oh look, a bird. Feels like it doesn't really count, doesn't it? Right, this way. Keep my eye out for a drop of dew because we are still thirsty. Also haven't even seen an ant yet. That's kind of surprising. There's normally a lot of ants around here. Okay. Analyze the rope. That's it. Alright, so it's a while before we get enough charge to do another one. We might come back later. There's one. Right, so to get that down, you can throw a spear at it, but this is the one time I will put pebbles on my quick bar because I need to throw it. Whoops, wrong button. Wrong button again. How do I get out of this? Escape. Escape? It says escape to close, and then escape doesn't close it. That's not right.
That looks pretty scary.
Yeah, we'll just do that for the hell of it. So R to throw. You can hold it down for a bit to aim it. And there we go. Successfully drank some water. Now we can start unblocking the lasers and fixing the lasers and starting to get higher levels of equipment, which takes a long time. Let's see. So the next thing... So not everything is... Yeah, so I need tier 2. You can see the Roman numeral. Yeah, so tier 2 tools to knock down the husky weed. But if I can find... There they are. Dandelions. You can take down dandelions now. That was a weird noise. What the hell was that? And they drop wood stems. Which again, you'll learn to make a whole bunch of stuff out of them as soon as they fall, or as soon as you pick them up for the first time, and then later on you can research them and learn a few more things. Perfectly acceptable to just stack them on the ground for now, but later on you will actually get ways, better ways to stack things like planks and the wood stems, and I can't remember what the other ones are that need to be stacked, but yes, you can build resource stacks, places to put them. But for now, we will just be dumping them on the ground because that's all we have. Right. So, can begin building a basic house, because why not? There's an ant. So ants are passive.
Whoa, look at the size of that ant. Honestly, I'm just glad he's not big enough to squish me.
Actually, he's actually walking away, but anyway. So ants are passive until you attack them first, unless it's a soldier ant and then it's aggressive. But otherwise ants are just ants. There are a lot of pathing problems in this game. This ant is probably stuck. Yeah, it looks like he's stuck. They will also do things like...
Hey there, buddy.
Stop to look at you, because they're kind of inquisitive ants. At this scale, apparently. Sap is good. Sap is used to make healing items. Not sure what that is up there. Is that an aphid that's got himself stuck somehow? Yeah, that's an aphid that's somehow clipped through the mesh or something and is now upside down and shouldn't be. But anyway. Alright, now the title of this is Spiders Suck. Well, Quivz does live stream, Grounded Part 1, Spiders Suck. Because spiders suck. When you have to deal with spiders, they are annoying. Some of them are easier than others. There are several tiers of spiders. There are small baby spiders. There are full-size spiders. There's an assortment of kinds. Now, mostly spiders suck. The wolf spider is especially sucky because it's super powered, and even on easy, 2 hits and you're dead. If you are blocking, right click, I think it's 3 hits and you're dead, maybe, on easy. It's still like way OP. Right, what else can we build? A storage basket's not a bad idea, but maybe a bit early. Definitely don't want the pallets yet. That's too early for pallets. Trail marker we don't really need because this thing, the mysterious machine, is already marked on the map. However, what a trail marker will actually do is it'll come up on your UI just as you're looking around, so you'll actually just see it ahead of you. So okay, maybe a trail marker is not a bad idea. Let's make a trail marker. Let's put it somewhere out of the way. I can't put it on the machine. Okay, that would have been good, but anyway. Somewhere out of the way, but close by. Right about there should be good. I only want to make one. So, I guess I have to actually set it. So we'll use the house and purple because it's my favorite color. And now if I go far enough away and look back, you'll actually see a house in purple. Everything's in centimeters. Centimeters is equivalent to meters in this game, really. That's not... I don't know whether 100 to 1 is actually the proper scale, but it might be. Might be about right. If I was about 5 to 6 centimeters tall. Well, I'm a kid, so let's say 4 to 5 centimeters tall. Right, now this is a juice box. And near the juice box, you can often find free drinks. So another reason why it's kind of good that my house is only 60 centimeters away from here. Yeah, it's about 60 meters in real life. If it was full size, that would be look and feel about that big. Oh, jeez. Real tired today. Didn't get good sleep for some reason. Well, no, that's a lie. I was up watching Netflix all night. Oh, there's an auto walk. I wasn't aware of that, but I hit N. I don't actually know why I hit N. I just hit N then for some reason. And yes, there is an auto walk, so that's also somewhat convenient. I don't know, you might need it, you might not. Acorn shovel, I need an acorn shell. I know where to get those, but they're far away at the moment. We will go over there and get that later. Now the other thing I didn't do. So, dandelion tufts is your first glider. Convenient. Not very effective, but effective enough. If you jump off something high and hit space again while falling, you fall slower because of the dandelion tuft. You have to jump off something pretty high before it makes any real difference. There is... I haven't seen weather effects.
Oh, it's getting dark. Should probably find somewhere to crash.
I was about to point out that there is daylight and nighttime. Nighttime is more dangerous. Basically, there are spiders just wandering around the place. Different things come out. Some critters are nocturnal. Yeah. Alright, a bunch more of that. Let's research sap, because that's also a good one to know about. And we're out again, so we'll have to wait before we can come back and research the weevil head. I might want to get the stuff together to build somewhere to put extra equipment. Now, if you have a basket or a storage chest or whatever you're going to build to put stuff in, and you just leave it out unprotected, ants are going to turn up and just take your stuff. They will just go into your basket, take your stuff, and start walking away. And if you start fighting one ant, the workers will fight back. They're pretty weak, but the big problem is the workers will summon soldier ants, and soldier ants are big and aggressive and have big jaws and stuff, and that can be problematic. But you do have limited inventory space, so it's still worth actually building something. What am I looking for? Okay, so that's all the stuff that I've now discovered for base building. Substantial amount, obviously. Now, stem scaffold. I don't actually know whether I can use that to lift the base up off the ground. Nah, we'll just do what I normally do. We'll just build a basic base, and then later on when I discover better base building features, I come back and I rebuild the base in a better, more useful way. So now I do need more rope. So we'll build more rope. And then once you've, because I've clicked on the rope, it'll stay on Hotcraft ingredient. I don't like that. There's got to be a way to get back that's easier than clicking over here. Although, admittedly, that's a tiny, tiny thing. It's not really that bad. Alright, so we'll craft a basket. We'll put said basket back here. Oh, the physics, because I'm walking over these stems and grass. Let's check if you can stack things up. Oh, you can. Okay. So yes, they do just go into whatever kind of stack. And you can huck things, which is just... Yeah. Screw it, I'll just throw everything down. Quite amusing, actually. But yeah, we won't do that. We'll stack things nicely for now. So I think they do eventually degrade if you just leave them on the ground, but it takes a long time. Like, you get a couple of days. So for the early game, you can pretty much get away with just collecting all your stuff into one place and keeping it there. You will eventually use most of it up. So, yeah. The worst thing in the world. Right, now I can put extra stuff in here. So I'm going to keep that sap, but I don't need mite fuzz, gnat fuzz. Definitely don't need that. I don't need the extra dandelion heads. Even keeping them is not necessarily worthwhile, but for now I will, just because I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing anything with them later. Right, we've got a lean-to. A workbench would be next on the thing, so I need more sap because I've only got the one. And I need grass planks. I do have 3 of those. Now again, this is a blueprint, so I can start its construction at any time. I don't want it to be too close to the other things because I want to be able to get to them, so let's put it, say, there. And you can add the bits that you've got one by one. So I can go over here and pick up 3 grass planks and bring them back and put them there. And I've added the 1 sap, and now I just need to find 1 more sap. I think there's some sap over this way, nearby. There's another branch with sap coming out of it. There it is. Not going to be doing massive amounts of exploring today. Today's going to be a quick video just to get started, show you the basics of the game, what it looks like graphically. It's quite pretty. It has some variation, not huge amounts. There's not going to be a massive amount of biome variation in a game like this, because you are limited to a backyard, 1 backyard. So, you know, there's not going to be snow and mountains and all that sort of stuff. Really, there's going to be kind of the I am 5 centimeters tall equivalent, which is like, you know, if there was a big ant mound, that's kind of mountainous. It's not really, it's like a big hill. I've seen an ant mound already. But I mean, look, there's the house in the background back there. You can actually see the house. And there's a big old tree over there, and that is another biome, so climbing the tree is eventually something you will do. Going under the roots of the tree is something you will do. Like I said, there's a pond, so in the pond is pretty different and amazing as well. Alright, so now workbench, there's different stuff you can make on the workbench. It's all workbench gear. It shows up on this bit that says workbench gear. And that's basically where you'll craft all your armor and stuff. And the basic armor in this case is crafted out of clover leaves, so let's grab some more clover leaves so we can build some basic armor. Oh, so much honeydew these days. Honeydew used to be a lot rarer. I think they might have adjusted. Maybe they've adjusted it for easy. I don't know whether they've adjusted it for normal as well, but I seem to be finding more aphid honeydew than I normally would. Alright, so we're going to need a fair bit of... Whoops. Alright, so it shows me I can hit the clover, but I'm not actually close enough. I would say that needs fixing. That shouldn't happen that way because it's silly. Now, I do seem to have lost a clover leaf somewhere. Oh, there it is. Right, nighttime. I haven't made one yet. Let's go to tools and see if I can make a torch. I can. I need to craft 2 rope. Ooh, oh yes, I can. Okay, click on torch again and craft. Go to my inventory, make sure that's on my hotbar. And you can always carry a torch in your
Alright,
hand,
Shadows. What you got now?
but you will use your torch up. So not using it when you're not using it is a good idea. Once it's dark enough, you can sleep. But you can't sleep until 8, basically. So I've still got an hour to go. The game is about every 3 or 4 seconds a minute passes, I think. It might be less than that, but it's about that. Alright, another rope. Let's build myself a hood. Craft and equip it straight away, because that's easier. Rope, rope, rope. Craft the poncho. And now I need 3 more clover leaves. It doesn't care what size they are, despite the fact that you can get big ones and you can get really little ones. Some resources are renewable. Not all resources are renewable. I don't believe these clover ever regrow, but I'm not sure. I might actually need to look that up. Alright, getting pretty dark now. Should be able to go to bed any minute. Craft the 2 ropes, craft and equipped. Go back to my inventory, and look, I'm wearing... Why am I not wearing... I'm wearing the shin guards. Why am I not wearing the thing? Must have crafted that one without doing it. Set bonus moist. Now I believe if I go in here, I can look down and find moist. You're squishy and retain water well. So I don't think it tells you exactly what that does. But I believe you actually take a little more damage than you would otherwise, but you retain more water? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there's wikis and stuff for this already. They'd be pretty good because the game is very popular and very well represented with very normal people. There's not a lot of trolls that I've seen. Don't get me wrong, there's always trolls, but yeah, there's not so many trolls, especially on the wiki. Other less populous games, there are more trolls, and it makes it harder to establish real facts because the trolls will mess up the wiki all the time. But yeah, so that is my first day in Grounded. Shown you a little bit. I had someone drop in and they're gone again before I got a chance to respond. But Junior Marshall, I think that's what it says, asked if I had a mint mallet. No, I don't have a mint mallet. I don't know where to find the mint mallet. I know there is such a thing as a mint mallet. So it's one of those things where in games like this, sometimes there's something special that you can pick up regardless of your level in the game. It might be just hidden away somewhere, and if you know where it is, you can always just go and get it and then use that, and it's like OP. And yes, I'm aware that there is such a thing called the mint mallet. It is a mint, like a lifesaver or something, I'm not sure. And I think you can stick it on a stick and make a really powerful mallet. But no, I don't yet have a mint mallet. I might look into how one goes about obtaining one and get one, but at the moment I don't have one. But anyway, yes, so I will sleep now.
I don't know about the rest of you.
Now, you can get woken up in the middle of the night by spiders. It's happened to me before. Wolf spiders suck. Spiders suck. I haven't had to deal with the spider yet, and because this was supposed to be just a quick video, apparently we're not going to have to deal with the spider. But yeah, spiders suck in this game. Yeah, so you wake up every morning and you'll be hungry and thirsty. That stuff does get easier. You will obtain...
I'm not picky.
Get the ability to farm different kinds of food like mushrooms, make dew catches, things like that. So yeah, the bits and pieces of the game get easier as you go on. Alright, still got a bit of gnat. So we'll eat the gnat, and we'll go over to the juice box, if I can see it over there, and see if I can find a bit of water. Now, you can drink the dirty water, and what it does is it actually poisons you and removes your food. So if you've got a lot of food, which is pretty easy to do on an easy playthrough of the game, you can just drink the dirty water, because you'll have more than enough food to counteract the dirty water's negative effect. But that being said, I know where to find some Slurp Punch, so Slurpo Punch. It might be a few days before I see any more Slurpo Punch though. I might now have used up my supply of Slurpo Punch for a while. There are other juice boxes around, other flavors are available, as it so happens. They're not all Slurpo Punch. There's a whole bunch of cool things. Maybe I will show you one of the other ones. So everything is about, like, you are tiny. So there's cool stuff to sort of remind you that you are tiny. So I don't know where I have to go to actually see it, but look. Ice caps. So these are mints. And I think it's supposed to be like a dude trapped in ice is the concept. But yeah, it's a box of mints. A lot like Tic Tacs. Man, I hate the noises some of these things make. I don't know what that is that's making that noise either. An awful goddamn noise. I think it's just that damn aphid down there. I wonder if I can kill him from here. How do you throw spears again? Oh yeah, R for throw. So close and yet so far. Yeah, because they're hard to get because they run away. But if you can accurately throw a spear, which you can, but like, you know, just adjusting for the arc can make it a little more difficult. So if I can get up behind him and he stops somewhere, I can maybe get it right and fall short again. And yeah, if you get too close, they run off like that. So. But alright, so that's going to do it for a quick... Jeebus. I don't know what that was. What the hell made that noise? Oh, that's the crow. Pretty cool, huh? When you're this tiny, that thing looks awesome. I don't know if they can kill you. If they do kill you, they might. We might find out at some point during the course of this. Anyway, yes, like I was saying, that's going to do it for now. Just a quick introduction to the very brief beginnings of the game, showing you the crafting system, some of the user interface. There is a way to go third person, but I forget what it is. Okay, that was one of the ways. Press Z and it brings up a little menu that gives you some stuff. So yes, you can play it in third person as well. I'm not a fan of third person for something like this. I believe the precision of first person works better, but the third person is actually not bad. You do get an actual indicator, reticle, targeting reticle, that is really accurate. So whatever is under that is what you're actually targeting, unlike a lot of third-person games where they give you a targeting reticle and it's really, really bad, like it doesn't actually do it properly. Alright, what else can I do? Oh yeah, so there is a quick menu thing, I guess, since this is meant to be an Xbox game. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the whole damn point. Yeah, they give you a quick wheel kind of thing, which in PC is always accessible as well, even though you have shortcuts to everything on the PC and don't need the quick wheel as much as... oh, it's that. I thought it was another flying insect. As much as a... although there's one. Come here. Come hither so I may brain thee. What was I saying? Oh yes, so just to make it more controller accessible, the quick wheel is kind of an industry standard these days. It works really well with most kinds of controllers. It's good for people with disabilities who need to use some other kind of controller. It works for them as well. Mouse and keyboard is not always the way. We've been overcoming the difficulties of not having a mouse and keyboard for 10-20 years now. We're getting pretty good at it. Alright guys, so that's going to do it. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. That'll make it nice and easy to find the channel, to find all my videos. If you'd like to know when I go live or when I upload a new video, hit that bell icon. That'll give you a notification. And if you didn't like this video, hit that dislike button. That's what the button is there for. If you do hit the dislike button, I really would appreciate it if you could leave me a comment that lets me know what about the video it was you didn't like, because I can't improve that kind of feedback. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.